In 1914, the Braves, yes, the Braves, did something in baseball that no team had done before nor has done since. With a flurry of victories, they went from last place in July to first place in September. And then they went to the World Series and defeated the best team in baseball at that time, the Philadelphia Athletics, 4-0. They called it a miracle. They were dubbed the Miracle Braves, and their manager, George "Tweety" Stallings, was the toast of the baseball world. Back in Augusta, he was proclaimed a hometown boy who had made very, very good. Man for man, we weren't a great team, recalled pitcher Bill James, who won 19 games and lost only one. We were an 8th place team, and without Stallings, we would have stayed there. An Augusta native born 2 years after the Civil War, Stallings was known by several names. Reporters referred to him as Gentleman George. His players called him Big Daddy or Chief. His opponents called him the meanest man in Boston. Stallings could be a gruff manager. Once in the minors, he went out to the mound to relieve a young pitcher who'd just given up 6 straight walks. He told him not only to get out of the game, but maybe consider burning his uniform. A few moments later, smoke could be seen coming from the clubhouse, and Stallings sent someone in to get that bonehead out of there. The uniform was saved. The pitcher went elsewhere. Stallings also was ahead of his time in sports psychology, and he played the media well. According to one story, Stallings had several reporters over before the start of that 1914 World Series. He made a great show of picking up the telephone and, as they watched, calling Philadelphia manager Connie Mack to ask if the Braves could practice at his field before the game. Mack politely told Stallings that his own team would be using the field, but offered to see what he could do. Stallings exploded, and as the reporters scribbled hastily, berated his rival for the lack of respect given the Braves. The next day, headlines further angered his players, who went out and whipped the American League champs in 4 quick games. Few knew the truth, that Stallings had already made arrangements to practice at another field before his phone call. After the World Series, Stallings came home to Augusta to a hero's welcome. He was greeted at the Union train station by many of his old Richmond Academy classmates and teammates that he once played with on this field here at the old Richmond Academy. He then had a banquet at the Plaza Hotel. Augusta's other baseball standout, Ty Cobb, the league batting champ, sat with him. It must have been quite an affair, as the Chronicle reported. The addresses were snappy, the toastmaster was successful in keeping the liveliest interest, the vocal music was apt and catchy, the instrumental music fine, the menu all right, the service excellent, and the company in magnificent spirits. Adjournment was had at a late hour. 1914 was the last time Stallings won a championship, but after that miracle season, he probably didn't need another one.